When looking through a photo book, have you ever come across a picture that made you recognize someone you had never seen before? That is precisely what occurs when you come across these uncommon images of Arlene Alda archival photos that tell a story beyond the elegant writer and photographer we previously believed to be known. Keep reading because these pictures show a life influenced by family, creativity, and quiet willpower. Our story starts in the late 1960s, when Arlene made one of her first appearances on the set of a television program. She is not wearing a costume or being illuminated by studio lights in this recently found still. Instead, she's sitting on a folding chair, taking notes in a well-worn journal in between shots. Her intense focus is captured on camera, with her pen poised, her forehead furrowed, and her eyes sweeping the script. We might infer from that unguarded photo that Arlene was already a storyteller in her own right, viewing each part as an opportunity to learn more about human nature. We then relocate to the New York City family home, where Arlene was raising her 3 young children. In one priceless photo, she is seen in the kitchen with her arms around her child and an apron tied around her waist. Arlene's laughter stops in mid-go as the child reaches for a cookie. It's an unscripted moment of genuine joy, not a planned photo. This is the untold tale. By turning ordinary experiences into poetry, Arlene managed to juggle parenting and her thriving writing career. She eventually attributed her ability to discover wonder in the everyday to her hectic, cookie-fueled mornings. In the middle of the 1970s, Arlene was around Europe taking pictures of dancers and artists. A rarely seen slide from that period depicts her sitting on a weathered stone wall in Florence with a notebook and camera ready. She is wrapped in a cotton scarf and is looking around the piazza as though she is trying to find a single person to write about in her next essay. These trip images serve as a reminder that Arlene's artistic inspiration came from her curiosity. She saw every historic structure and every random person as a narrative just waiting to be told. However, a collection of Polaroids hidden within a private scrapbook reveal the true prize. In these, Arlene is guiding enthusiastic pupils through a writing session in a bright studio loft while holding a chalk and having them trace sentences on a chalkboard. The words "observe first, describe second" are written on the blackboard. Her teaching philosophy is summed up in just few words. You have to view the world completely before you can write honestly. Her love for mentoring is seen in this chapter. She was more than simply an author. She was a mentor who helped others discover their own voices. Next is a remarkable backstage look from an early 1980s Broadway opening night. Arlene waits to give it to the main actor while standing in the wings with a rose in her hand. She was more than just watching theater. She was intimately involved with it because of her husband, Alan Alda, and their mutual passion of performing, as the picture depicts. That picture illustrates how acting and writing were linked in their family, with each influencing the other. And lastly, the most personal picture of all. Late one winter evening, Arlene was at her desk, her pages illuminated by a lamp that cast a golden pool of light. With a half-empty cup of tea by her side, she reclines with her eyes closed. The author is depicted at rest in this vulnerable moment, surrounded by her own words and the silent silence of a world that seems to be on hold. This is a glimpse of a woman who found joy in constructing worlds on paper, rather than writing for fame. We appreciate you sharing these unique images of Arlene Alda. For more undiscovered tales of extraordinary lives, hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed discovering these secret moments. Leave a remark below. Which picture caught you off guard the most, and why? Tell a fellow history buff about this video, and never forget to be kind, inquiring, and always